What's going on, everybody? I know you like that intro right there, the NBC old school playoff intro right there. But we're back with NBA segments, part of the podcast. I just wanted to give a breakdown on who I believe has a chance to make it to the conference finals and finals, respectively, in both conferences. So I'm starting off on the east side, and I got the Sixers, the Nets, the Bucks, and Miami. Having a legit chance of making it to the finals. We'll start off with Nets first, and for them it comes down to Kyrie and the situation, and hopefully he does take the jab, but it's on him at the end of the day. And I really did like what the owner and manager did, and putting their foot down and not making Kyrie a part-time player, coming to practice sometimes, coming to game sometimes because of the mandate. But it will affect chemistry throughout the season, and that's a big part of NBA championship team is chemistry, right? So I don't think it will go well, but at the same time I think KD and Harden can make it all the way with just them two. But with Kyrie it would make the process a little easier. And also no one has really talked about the mandatory mandate. Most likely it's not going to last the whole season, and when things start to get better, as states start to slowly reopen things without masks, without a vaccine ID, and hopefully Kyrie gets back. But another loss that I didn't really understand was Jeff Green. He was their glue guy. Kyrie and KD only listen to Jeff. When he says something, their ears and eyes are wide open, and sometimes you need another voice beside the superstars to talk to guys and to calm everybody down. He was able to make them play small ball, which was their best lineup last year down the stretch. So it was kind of strange that he left and DeAndre Jordan left, and they came there for those guys. Maybe Kyrie knows something that we don't know about. Man. All right. Moving on to the Sixers, with their shenanigans and Simmons' story. And, Simmons being there, they'll still be a really good team. But, I really do believe that he needs a new scenery. And, sometimes that can really spark things. And just change, and in summertime he's seen a sports psychologist working on his mind. And as I was talking to one of the sports psychologists in season 1, he's working on the shot too, but it's really gonna come down, does he really believe in himself again? Does he really believe in what he worked on when it comes to his shot? That's when it counts. It doesn't really matter so much doing it by yourself, and the pressure is not on. The pressure's gonna be on when he can start doing it in the game. But Sixers are talking to Portland and Sacramento and teams like that would make sense contract wise to exchange players. And Simmons, most likely he's gonna have to play, even if he doesn't want to, just to get his value up and make other teams want him and trust him when he gets traded. But eventually he'll get traded. But so far he's been a real distraction, and Joel Embiid doesn't like distractions. But overall they have a really good team. They have most of their guys back. Same for the most part, same coaching staff back. So they really have a good shot at making it, and hopefully they get a shooter type of all-star that can replace Simmons, like a McCollum. from Portland. And moving on to the defending champs, Bucks. They're gonna really struggle this year, especially in the playoffs, because they really made a mistake of making PJ Tucker go. You know, one of the best defenders in the league. You know how he displayed defensively on KD in the playoffs last season, and you know they definitely would have lost 100% if PJ was not there. So you know they did resign Bobby Portis. He's no PJ. He's no Holiday, and you know Holiday can't guard KD. He's too big. You know, so you have to really prepare, not just for the season, but prepare for the playoffs, because you know which teams are going to make the playoffs, and you know maybe hopefully they make a mid-season trade and take back PJ Tucker mid-season. You know, you never know. But PJ did leave Bucks because of the money, and you know Miami has a good shot of winning it all too, right? So, but I think Bucks lost that one. They should have just put the money on the table straight up. You know, Miami's another good hard-nosed team culture. They definitely upgraded with the Morris from the Twins, and PJ, and you know especially Kyle Lowry. You know, Kyle, you know, can now lead the offense. Butler can just be an offensive player. Adebayo can just be an offensive player, because you know last year they were just a little too unselfish, which hurt them down the stretch. You know, Butler's 3-point shot is getting a little worse and worse. You know, who's gonna take the last shot? You know, Kyle or Butler? You know, what do you guys think? But they do have a lot of 3-point shooters surrounding them, like elite 3-point shooters on that Miami team. You know, they got a good shot at winning it. You know, you always need a elite wing defenders. Most MVPs are coming from the forward spot. You're gonna have to have players that are gonna stop. You know, someone like Giannis, KD, Kawhi, LeBron, and so forth. You know, I'll throw in some wild cards. You know, people are thinking like, how about Chicago Bulls? You know, they got a really, really good team. I would say they would be one of the best offensive teams in the league, but you know, defensively, man, they suck. You know, Vucevic is one of the worst defenders. DeRozan, he's not a good defender. Lonzo is a really good defender, but we just don't know what Lonzo. We don't know what he's gonna be from game to game. You know, sometimes he might have a really good game. Sometimes, you know, he just, you know, hides in the shadow sometimes, and you don't know where he is playing big minutes too, right? So a lot of it is gonna be on Lonzo. Is he gonna show up? You know, the other guys are gonna show up. Those guys have been all-stars already. Levine, DeRozan, Vucevic, right? So they do have a good team, but you know, I just don't see them making it to the finals. Atlanta, they had their run last year, but you know, changing of the rules, trades points are gonna go down. So he's not gonna be drawing as much fouls, not going to the free throw line as much, which can create rhythm for him, but not no more. And you know, it's a full 82 with crowd in there, in the stands. You know, it's a real home game, real away game. So I just don't see them making it to the finals. But you know, they're a good team. They'll cause some havoc and team to watch out. All right, let's go to the west side. We're gonna start off with the Clippers. You know, they're really in a tough spot because Kawhi doesn't want to say anything to the team. I'm messing around. But you know, he should be back towards the ending of the season. You know, get some games underneath his belt. But you know, I don't know if he's gonna ever be 100%. You know, and I think George will have a really good season this year. You know, he's at his best when he's the man on the team. Reggie Jackson has been playing amazing. Got one of the best coaches, Ty Lue. You know, just how he adjusts from game to game, during the game, and that's how they beat Utah Jazz last season. Going to Nuggets, really dangerous team. I think the most complete team in the NBA. Jamal Murray should be coming back mid-season. You know, he's going to be restricted a little bit for a minute, but, you know, he should be good to go eventually. You know, the young fella, Porter, signing max extension. So they're expecting a lot of big things from him. Signing Gordon for multi-year deal. He's right around all-star level, but not there yet. But 17 point per game scorer. Really good defender. So hopefully he gets comfortable this season and plays well. Last year he came mid-season, so he wasn't acclimated to the system. And Will Barton's fully healthy. He hasn't been healthy for like the last couple of years. He's lucky to really be in the NBA, to be honest. And Jeff Green is on the Nuggets, which is a very big time pickup. And almost every team wants Jeff Green. He's a good guy, good locker room guy. And he can stretch the floor as well. He's been with the Boston Celtics and the Doc Rivers back in the day, so he knows how to win as well. The Lakers, old team but really good team. Just gotta stay healthy, and I believe they should make it to the finals. That's my team, but outside looking in, I think they should make it to the finals. They remind me of the 2004 Lakers with Gary Payton and Karl Malone joining Shaq and Kobe, and Melo would be Karl Malone. I said it. Hopefully AD changes diet, during the off season, so he can be a little stronger and stay on the court for once. I'm glad they got Dwight back, Rondo back from that 2020 championship team, which they were a big part of. And going to Utah, they got all their pieces back from last year. They got no excuses not to win. I shouldn't be surprised if they, make it to the Western Conference Finals for sure. Hopefully Donovan Conley stays healthy. They weren't really healthy down the stretch last year. Like I said, the healthier team will win, and that's what happened. The healthier team won, which was Bucks. They had the most guys healthy, and coincidentally, that's the team that won, right? So you gotta be able to stay on the floor, but at the same time, you're still gonna have a good team. Dallas, it's a good team, new coach, kid. Hopefully he puts in a new system with Doncic and KP. I don't want KP being salty and standing in the corner like a role player. He's an all-star, right? So hopefully they use him well. They can be able to use him well. I think they got a really good chance. Doncic gonna be Doncic. Supporting cast is gonna be supporting cast. And they picked up Reggie Bullock to stretch the floor too. Which is a really big pickup. Folks are saying, how about Suns? Well, I look at Suns as Atlanta. They had their run last year, but they're a good team, but not this year. It's back to normal now. Crowds are back. It's just gonna be a different feel, So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And Golden State, it's another one too. If Andrew Wiggins can step up to the plate and play solid basketball. Sometimes, I don't know, he plays kind of scared to me personally. Hopefully that changes this year. They got Iggy back. Iggy plays one of his best basketball in Oakland or as a Warrior. And, Clay's back too, but he's going to be on minute restriction for a good minute, missing 2 years. So it's going to depend on Clay. Is he going to be Clay or is he going to be Klay Thompson? So, Draymond's going to be Draymond. Steph's going to be Steph. The young guys are starting to develop as role players like Poole. I love Poole, back in University of Michigan days. That's all I got for you today. NBA season starting October 19th. I can't wait. I'm real excited. Hopefully you guys are excited too. And, hopefully I can break down some other things as the season goes. Take it from there. All right. See you guys next episode. Peace out.